Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to talk about headlamps. And particularly we're going to talk about the LED Lenser H8R. Yeah, so let's talk about it. Okay, so headlamps. And if you've ever been to a big box hardware store like a Lowe's, Home Depot, or anything like that, you know when you go to check out, you got all the little racks there that have batteries and, candy snacks and stuff like that. They'll have little cheap flashlights, and they'll also have headlights like this. This is one from Energizer, or like this guy here from Craftsman. And these are sort of the lower end headlamps that you're going to find available to you. And in the evolutionary path of flashlights, these are really some of the most useful flashlights, in my opinion, that you will ever own. And as you can see here, these two guys they look different, and they still operate the same. You know, both of them take, I think, 3 AAA batteries. But you can see on this one here, it just has 3 sets of LEDs. So when you turn it on, all 3 of them come on, and when you adjust the power setting, it turns them off and on and stuff like that. This one actually has a focusing eye on it here, which allows you to disperse your light beam or focus it in and create a very concentrated pattern, which is really good when you're doing stuff right here or you just need general light in a general area. And those can be had. They're relatively inexpensive, maybe 10, 15 bucks. You can grab one of those. Now, when you're doing stuff like around your house, and whether you're repairing something, working on your car or truck, which, I do a lot, or like tasks, like cleaning my weapons, for example, I always have a headlamp on. And this is one of those deals where when you get one, you don't have it, you don't realize how you live without it because you use it like for everything. And when you go up in price, the product starts to change, but relatively stays the same with a couple of exceptions, which we're going to talk about right here. And I opened this LED Lenser H8R in a barrel and blade box. It should be the last video, so if you have not seen that video, please go back in the channel and check it out. But I commented that I had no real familiarity with this brand, and I had somebody comment in the comment section that said they had, and they were a really good brand. So I do read the comments, so go down to the comment section and let me know what you think about any of these products, because I do read them and I really enjoy getting the feedback. So yeah, make sure you do that. But when I went to their website, this guy was 80 bucks. So when you get into that price range, you're really getting into some serious gear, especially for the headlamps, because that puts you in like Olight territory. And Olight is a really high-end brand, and they're really good, at least in my opinion, because I have an Olight that I really love. But this guy, it's going to come with everything. It comes with what is the battery? It's an 18650 lithium-ion battery. So, this is a case of, progression here. As batteries went to, lithium-ion, and as the light technology went to LED, they're able to put higher output LEDs because of the lithium-ion batteries having more capacity and to meet the demand of those, more powerful LEDs. And which is good because we all benefit, right? Because we got these headlamps that are really ridiculously bright. And it comes with this LED Lenser battery, which is, I don't know if this is an 18650. I get lost a lot in the nomenclature that companies put on products to know if it's something that's proprietary to them or not. I don't really know if this is or not, but anyway, that's what the battery is. And the compartment does have a gasket, which is good, so it gives you some water and humidity protection. And this compartment does snap off, so the case just snaps on and off this little piece here on the back. And The one thing I will say in comparing it to another comparatively priced product, again, which is my Olight, is I'm not used to having the battery on the back like this. So I was kind of concerned because even though the lithium ions, they're light, they still have weight. And I was concerned about having the weight on the back of my head. Now there's a flip side to that with the Olight. The Olight, it pretty much looks like this. It's a flashlight, you know, with a right angled head on it. And the flashlight, if you will, mounts to the piece on the front. And that's your headlamp, and you can take it off and use it like a little flashlight. And this is the battery bank, which I'm going to get into in just a minute. But it has a significant amount of weight. Not a significant amount of weight, but it has weight to it. So instead of that weight being on the front of your head right here, it's on the back. And I was kind of interested about how that would affect me when I'm actually wearing this thing. And surprisingly enough, I'm shocked. It was very comfortable. So, like most all these lights, the front and the back bracket, they have a little radius to them to accommodate, you know, the shape of your skull, so that they are comfortable to wear. And let's see, what else was I going to say about this? Compared to my Olight, you know, like I said, going from having the unit on the front, my Olight, you know, also has a strap. How good you can see what I'm doing here, but it has a strap that goes like this. So it has a strap that goes across your head, so that when you put it on, you have the piece that goes around your skull, and then you have a piece that goes here to keep it from falling. This one does not. And again, that was something immediately that I looked at, and I said, oh, is that going to be an issue? Surprisingly, it was not. Now, granted, I did not put this on and run around my yard and do jumping jacks and everything. But, you know, walking around just using it generally, I didn't have an issue with it. The front of it, when you put it on, this is the natural sort of resting place for the light. It's already angled down, you know, and you can't, this is as far up as it adjusts. So you can exaggerate that more to where it pretty much points straight down. So however you feel about that, you know, usually, you know, if you're looking, you know, you're not working like this and then taking your eyes and looking them straight down, you're actually tilting your head forward. So, you know, having that ability to look almost straight down, I don't know, maybe that has a purpose. You know, it certainly doesn't for me, or maybe I haven't run across that yet. But one thing I did like about this is the focuser on it. It has a really, really good focuser. You can actually pull it out, pull the focuser all the way out, and it disperses the light beam to where you just get an illumination. It's not focused anywhere. It's just a very broad illumination. And I really do like that. And it also focuses very, very tight. So you can focus it and pull that light beam in to a very, very narrow field, which of course concentrates the light, gives you more light output. And I really do like that. So one thing I will say about this that I found interesting is it has a low power output, a mid power, and then a high. The low is 10 lumens. 10 lumens. That's seriously low power. So I was out in my yard thinking, okay, well, what am I going to use 10 lumens? But when I took the 10 lumen, put it on low, the 10 lumen output, and I drew that beam out, it literally created a very muted, subtle illumination. I could still see, you know, I could still see relatively fine. And I thought about it, and I said, well, you know, that's actually not a bad thing, because, you know, if you're camping, let's just make an example here. Say you're camping, and you're one of those people that in the middle of the night you gotta get up, take a dump, right? Well, if you're gonna put your headlamp on, and let's say you're one of these guys that's got these 1 million lumen output headlamps. Well, if you put that on and you turn that thing on in the middle of the night and you're sweeping it around your campsite before you get out, you know, you may wake people up, man. They may think some Close Encounters of the Third Kind's going on outside. So, you know, having that is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, it's actually a good thing. And, you know, like I said, it just created a very muted illumination. That's the really only way I can describe it. And you know, you could still see. But the kicker is, on this headlamp, you get 120 hours of that at that low setting. And you can, again, you can tighten that beam in and focus it, and you still get, you know, some decent illumination. So on the mid power, it's 250 lumens. You get 15 hours on that. High is 600 lumens, and you get 10 hours on that. So what's interesting to me about this is that it was comfortable with the battery being on the literally the back of your head. It was comfortable. And of course the front up here is nothing. You know, it's very, very light. As a matter of fact, this thing, let's see, with the battery, it only weighs 158 grams, 5.6 ounces. That's with the battery. So this thing, it's not that heavy. So my question is, 80 bucks, right? Yeah, 80 bucks. You're in the Olight range. Olight has more lumen output, and it functions as a detachable little flashlight. And of course, it's Olight, so this is a fixed. The charging cap here is fixed to the cord. And of course, with your Olight, you got the really cool magnet that just clips on. You don't have to take nothing apart. Just slap the magnet on there and it charges it, which I know is a big deal for a lot of people. A lot of people got into Olights and they really love that. They really love being able to just snap the magnet on there and charge it that way. So my question is, if you're an Olight person like me, would you go out and would you jump ship for a brand like this, for a light like this? Because I'm going to tell you, for a light, it's good. Now I cannot speak to the longevity of use. I've only had this thing 2 days, but like I said, I've had people tell me that they really like them and they're really good. And let's see, the company here says they give a 7-year warranty on the light. Now I'm not sure what Olight gives on warranty on any of their products, so I have to go find that out. And I'm sorry I didn't do that, but yeah, 7-year warranty. Now I cannot attest to what kind of customer service they have, because I don't, like I said, this is my first foray into this brand. And having an Olight, I don't know that I would have sought this out to buy this. And it's not a knock on this. It's just that for comparable money, and the fact that the Olight is also a little flashlight, it kind of makes me think that, I probably would not have went out and bought this. All things being equal, because we're really talking about the same amount of money. So, I don't know how you guys feel about that. That's what the comment section down below is for. Let me know what you guys think about that, or any other brands. If you have a brand that you like that's not Olight or this LED Lenser, let me know what you guys are using out there. I'd generally be interested to know. But also and the reason why I say I wouldn't have went out and bought it is because this came to me in a subscription box. So, I did pay for it, but, I didn't go out to, specifically purchase this. And, like I said, as I sit here, it's good. I don't have anything negative really to say about it, other than comparing it to a brand that is comparable to it. So, yeah. So I don't really know. But they also gave me this LED Lenser power bank. And I was curious about this because in the box there, it looks like you could take this thing apart. And I said, well, if you could take it apart, you can just take the battery out of it. Obviously you can. So when I opened it up, and this is what it looks like. It just has, a case, and on the end cap there, it has the power LEDs letting you know the state of the charge of the battery. It has a USB and a micro USB. But yeah, you just twist it and it opens up, and there's the battery. And you can take the battery out, and it is the same battery that's in our headlamp. So you can use this to replace the battery in the headlamp, or you can use it as a standalone power bank, which is good for something like this, because anything that you can multi-purpose is going to be a benefit to you. Now, the interesting thing about it that is weird is this thing is 60 bucks on LED Lenser's website. It's 60 bucks. That's kind of steep for a battery. But the fact that if you already had the headlamp, the battery bank has another use. So 80 bucks for the headlamp, 60 bucks for the power bank. What do you guys think? Do you think the value for these products is here at those prices? You know, would you consider buying the LED Lenser H8R headlamp for 80 bucks? Or would you say, no, man, I'm good with my Olight, or I'm good with whatever else? Because I know personally a lot of guys came to Olight from their gun lights. You know, they had gun lights that were, you know, Olight, and they love the idea of the little magnet, you know, to charge the batteries, and Olight carrying that over into some of their flashlights. Now, I don't know about their normal flashlights, but I know some of the headlamps, you know, you can charge that way, because the one I have, I can charge it that way. So, you know, is that something enough to keep you loyal to that brand? A little nuanced thing like that, you know, like having that magnetic charging, you know, capability. Is that something that would keep you with that brand, or make you look around for another brand? You know, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you on this particular video. I do like this headlamp. I think the value's there. I don't think you're getting ripped off if you buy it for 80 bucks, but there's definitely competition for your 80 bucks, because I went to Olight's website, and one of their really good headlamps, it's 80 bucks. It was on sale, but it was 80 bucks. So, yeah, that's competition. So, let me know what you think. Would you, if you had the 80 bucks, would you buy the Olight, or would you buy LED Lenser? Let me know. Comment section down below. Next video, or subscribe, one way or the other. And yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this out to anybody, or tell anybody about the channel. I'm trying to really get this channel going, and we will see you next time. Peace.